Hey baby, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a beautiful Easter, but today we are going to be working on my birthday nail set here. This is actually a little late because my birthday was on April the 4th, so it has passed now. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how I ended up doing my nails for the occasion. And yeah, I hope you like what I came up with. And don't worry, I will be putting out other nail videos for my business, so just stay tuned. Alright, so here I'm just putting down my foundation gel layers over these nails that I have filed down and clipped and placed primer on top. So this is just me putting on the gel foundation layers after that. So I started off on the thumb with a pink foundation gel, and then for my middle finger and pinky finger, I'm going to go in with this milky white. And for the foundation on the pointer finger and the ring finger, we will be getting to that in a moment. We are actually going to use glitter gel on that one, so we'll get to it in a minute. But first we have to paint them with my desired gel polish. So as you can see, I chose a hot pink for the ring finger and the pointer finger or the index finger. And I am going to set these under the lamp for 60 seconds after I finish painting those. Then for the 3 nails that I placed on the foundation gel for, I will be doing 2 coats of that foundation gel on those nails before moving on. And I only placed 1 coat of the hot pink. And this is just what the nails look like after I place my 2 coats of foundation gel on and just 1 coat of that hot pink. So now for the hot pink nails, I'm going to take some of this cute little chunky glitter I have, and I'm going to mix it into a clear gel. This is a clear foundation gel. I'm just mixing it up really nice before I place it on top of the hot pink nails. And I placed on 2 coats of this little glittery foundation gel, and I just cured the nails under the lamp for 60 seconds in between both layers of that foundation gel. And as you can see, I'm just painting it on just like it's a polish and just making sure that I don't go over the edges too much to keep the nail nice and straight and sleek. But yeah, that's just pretty much it with this part of the nail tutorial. And so after I finished placing on my 2 coats of that little glittery foundation gel, I just went in with builder gel, 1 thin coat of builder gel to encapsulate that glitter. And I do this just so once I start filing and buffing the nail down, that I don't lose any of the glitter pieces or anything like that, and the nail stays very well intact and I get the color payoff that I'm looking for. So after that coat of builder gel, I set the nails under the lamp for 60 seconds, and this is what they look like before filing, and this is what they look like after. So after we buff and file, you know what we have to do next. I'm going to take my alcohol and acetone mix and just wipe down all of that dust off of the nails because we are about to get ready to start putting on some paints. Here we are starting off with the thumbnail. I'm just using this cute little nude pink that I like to use for Frenchies on my nails. By my nails because I just like how this pink color looks against my skin on a Frenchie. So yeah, that's why I specified that. And then afterwards, we move on to our milky white nails. I am going to be placing a nice layer of top coat over my middle finger and also the pinky finger, because after we cure these under the lamp for 60 seconds, we are going to go ahead and do like a pink chrome on those nails. And this part is pretty simple. I love this little tool that I'm using. This silicone tool makes all the difference in how my chrome turns out. It is so pretty. So you just take the chrome out of the little cap and then you place it on in circular motions with your silicone tool. That is the best way for the chrome to turn out really nice in my opinion, so that is what I do. I was gonna do all hot pink, but y'all know I like to match my toes with my nails, and my toes look exactly like this little white nail that we're doing, so I had to do the same thing there. After I got that chrome on the nails, I went ahead and took a little bit of top coat, and then I took out some of this pressed pigment that I have, and I mixed that in with the top coat just a little bit to create a topper over the milky white nails. And I just love this. I don't know what it is about me and iridescent colors, but I absolutely love it. I think it gives such fairy vibes. I love it. And for this little topper, I only did one layer of that on the white nails. So I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's just one layer. I probably could have afforded to do 2 layers, but whatever, we're moving on. So before I end up curing the little white nails that we've done, I went in with one more pass of that nude pink for the Frenchie on my thumbnail. And then I placed these under the lamp to cure for 60 seconds before moving on. So after I cured those nails for 60 seconds, I went ahead and took my little thumbnail and I wiped it down with a little bit of alcohol and acetone just to get that top sticky layer from the base polish off. And I took that same hot pink color that I used for my index finger and the ring finger, and I mapped out a cute little Frenchie with a 20mm liner brush. So yeah, I used the 20mm liner brush because I felt like it was the perfect size for the type of Frenchie that we're doing, and also the length of the nail. All of that matters, believe me. But yeah, this went pretty smoothly, especially since I was on camera. Usually it gives me a hard time. But yeah, it went pretty smoothly with the 20mm liner brush. And after I mapped out my lines with the liner brush, I just went in with the brush that comes with the polish and filled in the space with that pink. And then I set these under the lamp for 60 seconds before doing my second coat. So now we're doing the second coat of that hot pink polish on the nail here. And I made sure to make her a little bit thicker because I really want that glitter to stick. And it was the right move to make because I did not have a lot of glitter fall out with this nail. So I'm so glad that the thicker coat actually worked out in my favor. And girl, we've done glitter tips before, you know, put the polish on, put the glitter on, tap it off, and then go ahead and set it under the lamp for 60 seconds to cure. So while I was curing the glitter tips, I went ahead and moved on to my middle finger. So I placed down a little bit of rhinestone gel, and then I took this little Aries charm and placed that down the middle where I have the gel glue. And then right next to that charm, I placed on a silver little butterfly, and then I set those under the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. All right, so now we're back on the thumb finger. I'm just taking off any of that excess glitter off of the tip after it's cured. And then I put a little bit of rhinestone glue down the middle of the bottom half of the Frenchie here. And then I just took this long, cute little multicolored stone up at the top near the smile line. And then I placed down a tiny little white silver diamond underneath it. So cute. Once I set those nails under the lamp for 60 seconds, I just went with some of that rhinestone glue and just made sure to secure the edges of the Aries symbol and the butterfly. So while I have that nail curing, I went ahead and started on my 3D flower that I'm going to be doing on my pinky nail. And I realized that we just did this design on another press-on set, but I was really pressed for time with this nail look because I had to go out of town. So I just had to do something that I was familiar with this nail, just so I could get it done and know that it was going to look good and not take me too much time to complete. And you will notice on the hand that I'm not filming right now because both hands look a little bit different on the white nail. They look different on the left and the right hand. But I tried a new little flower thing there and it looked okay, but it frustrated me so much that I did not replicate it on my other hand. So this was just something quick that I could come up with, and then I'll try to do other flowers sometime in the future. So yeah, I'll definitely be practicing on other flower designs because it is spring and summer is coming up, and I know the girlies are going to want to wear flowers on their nails. I'm going to want to wear flowers on my nails. So I will be mixing it up soon, here soon. But like I said, with this nail look, I was pressed for time because I'm terrible with time management. So yeah, this is just what we got, babe. So here, once I finished all my petals on my flower, I let these cure under my lamp for 60 seconds before I went in and completed the design for this flower. So after they were done curing, I went in with the same topper that I used on top of the white. So whatever this backdrop is, I just went in with that same little topper over the petals, and then I took some rhinestone glue and just placed it in the pit of the flower here. And then I just filled up that pit with rhinestones. I didn't do pearls this time because I don't know, I didn't feel like it was fitting for this nail look because I didn't use pearls at all on this nail look. So I felt like it would look kind of weird. So I just went with rhinestones and then cured this nail under the lamp for 60 seconds after. So after my flower was done curing, I went ahead and started doing my top coat, which we all know is my favorite part because I get to see the fruits of my labor in real time. You are going to notice throughout this segment that I'm making sure to top coat my little silver pieces really, really well because I don't want them to rust out. And it was perfect. They still look good right now. This is like a week later almost since I've made these nails. And I've been washing my hands, doing my hair, doing my makeup, eating, whatever. And they have been absolutely perfect. And I try not to go too thick on top coat because it can make the nail look a little bulky, but just make sure that you get a really good amount over all the nails to make them nice and shiny. But after I top coated, I did cure these under my lamp for 90 seconds before placing the nails on my hands. Okay, so you've seen the nails that we have already worked on. Now I'm showing you the other hand. I showed you guys that I changed up the white nails a little bit, and this is just how they look on my other hand here. Okay, so I've got the nails on my hands. I left one off so that we could go through together and I'll show you guys what I do. I did use a hand mask last night and did a hand scrub and did my cuticles and everything, so we're gonna skip that step. But I've just taken the nail off of the little stand here. The first thing I do is take like a Q-tip and dip it in some alcohol, and I just clean up the back of the nail to get like sticky residue from the little putty off. And then I take the dry end and I dry it just like that. And then boom, you got a nice clean base to work with. Following that, I'm gonna take my drill and put it on a really low setting. I have this small sanding band, number 240, and it's 3mm sanding band. So yeah, I got that. And I'm gonna turn this on the lowest setting. And then just kind of rough it up on the back. Not too much though, because you don't want to ruin the design. Now I'm going to take my nail brush and brush off that excess dust. And then we're going to set her to the side for a second. Now I told you guys that I already did my cuticle prep and everything, so I'm just going to take my nail file and just file down the top layer of this nail, of my nail. Brush off the excess dust. Take some alcohol with that Q-tip just to clean off the rest of the dust there. And then I'm gonna take some nail dehydrator. And just dehydrate the nails real quick. And then you should see it drying up, letting you know that it is ready for glue. This is the glue that my nail sets actually come with. So I just picked up one of those out of my little box over there, put a little glue on the back of the nail, make sure you don't flood it, and just a little bit of glue on my nail plate. And then you just stick it on. Stick it on, hold it down for a bit, and then there you go. So now I have this massage oil right here, and it's a massage oil candle. We'll blow that out. It is in vanilla sandalwood, and then I'm just gonna pour a little bit in my hands. You don't need but a bit, and then just rub your hands together. And it makes your hands so soft. Gives it a nice scent too. It's like vanilla musk. Has like a muskiness to it. So there's that. After that, I just take a little bit of cuticle oil. That's another thing I need to put in my purse, because I think I used up the other one that I had in there. And I just rub that into those cuticles, and then she is all done. We're all done. So yeah, these are my birthday nails. Y'all let me know what you think about them. I absolutely love them. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.